Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Well, yeah, it is morning here. But if it's afternoon where you're at, then good afternoon. Or if it's evening, I hope you had a great day and are having an even more awesome evening. It's morning here, and as usual, I've been up too long. And, coffee and all that stuff. Hi, my name's Brian. As you can see there, I'm a poet. And welcome to the channel. Yes, it's a channel. It's mine. And it's yours too, because, you know, anyways. Uh, what are we here for? Well, besides the existential reasons that, that's all an individual thing, you're here for poetry because, I'm a poet and that's what we do on this channel poetry. But we do it differently than I guess other people do. I don't know. Besides my own, sometimes I feature in others, but I like to take old stuff and make it cool by putting it into an AI and, you know, listening to it. So I'm going to get on with it. So let's see here. Uh, who we got here? Good morning, Hales, and uh, good morning, Summer. You're here early. I'm assuming you're off work, so have a good one, whatever you're doing. And there is the ever popular David Eat More Pizza. Hey, Holy Rogue. Good morning. How y'all doing? So we are here for what are we here for? We're here to listen to some music made of poetry using the dreaded AI. Oh, and that's the wrong thing there. I usually do this. Like I said, it's too early in the morning and I've already been up too long. I don't think the caffeine is kicking in yet. And there's our Teutonic Valkyrie herself. Urius, how you doing this afternoon? Uh, oh yeah, I also need to do this. Need to remind everybody, everything we do on this show and on the channel is basically fair use and public domain. And if y'all want, please like and subscribe because we were at 446. And I guess me talking about egos and Laura and stuff yesterday morning kind of cost me 2 subscribers. I don't know. We're back down to 444. Oh well, it's all a game, anyways. Ah, so what are we here for? We are here to do this. Share a window here. Yes, window. Because these are the poems we're turning into songs. Or having AI turn into songs for us. First of all, we have Linda. Here, I forgot to do that too. Uh, Linda Huntley Sigourney's poetry. Because I got all the poets out of this book. So it's brought to you by this book. You can tell how organized I am this morning. Big old train wreck. Poetry by Linda Huntley Sigourney. And then we got a patriotic one. You can see U.S. patriotism. All right, I'm back. I think I'm back. Am I back? I hope I'm back. Yeah, I have adulting is dumb. Okay, I had to switch to my hotspot, so yay. Backwards internet problems. Yay, 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 yay. Yay. So let's just get on with it. Where was I at? I was here and doing this. We were here, weren't we? I was talking about this one. Yes, I'm back. Talking about this one, Warren's address. Good afternoon, by the way. All right, then we're going to do this one. The House by the Side of the Road by Sam Walter Foss. Bringing in new poets this time. And then there's this Miss Mary Mates Dodge, the mayor of Scuttleton. And then this dude, Wallace Irwin, from Romany to Rome. And then Henry Tyler Bunner. What a name. Yeah, talking about the patriotic one. That's where I was. The Chaperone. So, interesting. Here we go. Let's, oh, no, wrong thing. All right, so before that little snafu there, yes, my backwoods internet. Here we go. Now, bring it up first. Yeah. I wonder if Joe ever got any sleep. Because she ain't here yet, though. Oh, yeah, you can tell I'm just in top form this morning. Here we go. Poetry by Linda. Huh? You hear me? Linda Huntley Sigourney. Here we go.
whole thing.
I already had breakfast, and you're making me hungry again. Remember not to burn your ice this time. That reminds me of a story, or a little saying, a Filipino saying. So a guy I hung around with when I was in the Navy. He was basically my designated walker when I'd go out and get drunk. Well, there was the saying goes, it's okay to spill the rice, but never spill the vodka. Yeah, that's okay. I do provide the links to the poems I use. Like this one here is for this particular poetry by Miss Linda there. And then you can click on the link for her name and find out. So sorta. Some of them are more blatant on time frames than others, but like I said, this book here is where most of these poems came from. So they're 19th century. So 1800s is where most of these come from. So if that helps. And remember, she's got a live this afternoon. Well, this afternoon here. Be there or be square. If I'm here, I'll be here. Because I got stuff to do this afternoon. Hey, Lorelei, how's it going? So, yes, we've had issues this morning, and we've only gotten through one song. Well, one track. So, let's go ahead and do the second one so we can compare. Poetry by Linda Huntley Sigourney.
Morn on her rosy couch awoke, enchantment led the hour, and mirth and music drank the dews that freshened beauty's flower. Then from her bower of deep delight I heard a young girl sing, oh, speak no ill of poetry, for 'tis a holy thing. The sun in noonday heat rose high, and on the heaving breast I saw a weary pilgrim toil, unpitied and unblessed, yet still in trembling measures flowed forth from a broken string. Oh, speak no ill of poetry, for 'tis a holy thing. 'Twas night and death the curtains drew, mid agony severe, while there a willing spirit went home to a glorious sphere. Yet still it sighed, even when was spread the waiting angel's wing. Oh, speak no ill of poetry, for 'tis a holy thing.
Let's see here. yes, a lovely gentle start. I like the first one better than the second one, but the second one was cool too. You know, yeah, it takes a lot to suck most days here. You know, because our bar for it is really high, or depending on your perspective. You know, we like most things. It has to really suck in order for it to suck. So here, the second one we got here was definitely from the 1800s. It's called Warren's Address by John Pierpont. And this is we have 3 4-minute tracks, and 2 of them are this one. So I don't know whether to be scared or not. So here we go.
Stand the ground your own, my braves. Will ye give it up to slaves? Will ye look for greener graves? Hope ye mercy still? What's the mercy does spots feel? Hear it in that battle peal. Read it on yon bristling steel. Ask it, yea, who will? Fear ye foes who kill for hire? Will ye to your homes retire? Look behind you, there a fire, and before you see who have done it. From the veil on they come, and will ye quail? Lead and rain and iron hail, let their welcome be. In the God of battles trust. Die we may and die we must. But oh, where can dust to dust be consigned so well as where heaven its dews shall shed on the martyr patriot's bed, and the rocks shall raise their head of his deeds to tell, to tell. In the God of battles trust. Die we may and die we must. But oh, where can dust to dust be consigned so well as where heaven its dew shall shed on the martyred patriot's bed, and the rocks shall raise their head of his deeds to tell.
It was okay. Definitely gonna Black Sabbath it. Yeah, said, this one was the 4-minute one. So let's see what the second one, 4-minute one, has in store for us. Yeah.
Grounds your own, my braves. Will ye give it up to slaves? Will you look for greener graves? Hope ye mercy still. What's the mercy despots feel? Hear it in that battle peal. Read it on yon bristling steel. Ask it, ye who will. Fear ye foes who kill for hire. Will ye to your homes retire? Look behind you, there a fire, and before you see who have done it from the veil. On they come, and will ye quail? Laden rain and iron hail, let their welcome be. In the God of battles trust, die we may and die we must. But where can dust to dust be consigned so well as where heaven its dews shall shed on the martyred patriot's bed, and the rocks shall raise their head of his deeds to tell. In the God of battles trust, die we may and die we must. But where can dust to dust be consigned so well as where heaven its dews shall shed on the martyred patriot's bed, and the rock shall raise their head of his deeds to tell. Fear ye foes who kill for hire. Will ye to your homes retire? Look behind you, there a fire, and before you see who have done from the veil, on they come, and will ye quail. Let rain and fire.
Well, oh yeah, that one's definitely getting the Black Sabbath treatment. Wow, even you fancied him and you don't swing that way? He must have been a good guy. Because, you know, I've had I've had 5 stepfathers. Because my dad was my mom's second one. So my mom was married 5 times. The 5th one, named Warren, good guy. Very good guy. Him and my mom should have never got married. They let religion get in the way. And then my brother, the one who will be dead in 5 years in a couple days, kind of ruined their marriage. But that's a story for a different time and a different channel. So we like it. We like it. All right, I want to give you a little insight into this poem here. What do you mean? What? Nothing happened. Here we need to. We all have stories. Here, I want to actually share something here. Share this window here, because there's an interesting factoid about who Warren was. This note here, if you see right there, it says June 17th, 1775. Joseph Warren was commissioned by Massachusetts as a major general 3 days before the Battle of Bunker Hill, at which he fought as a volunteer. He was one of the last to leave the field, and as a British officer in the redoubt called for him to surrender, a ball struck him in the head, killing him instantly. So, yeah, he gave his life for this country. Cool. Oh, you should watch last night's. Oh, by the way, did you get some sleep, Joe? Did you get some sleep? All right. So this has been an interesting show this morning. We've had technical difficulties, dead patriots, and stuff. Oh, the worst thing people I know have ever done was get married. Yes, last night was fun. We kept Joe up way too late. All right. Let's go. We're not even through the first half of the show yet. All right. So this one is not 4 minutes long. Wow. I hope I didn't download both the same one. We're going to find out, because both of these are 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Here, let me hold a second here. Bring up Suno. Make sure I didn't. Well, of course, yes, I was half asleep when I put this one together last night, or yesterday afternoon. Nope, both of them are 309. All right, cool. Here we go.
There are hermit souls that live withdrawn in the place of their self-content. There are souls like stars that dwell apart in a fellowless firmament. There are pioneer souls that blaze the paths where highways never ran. But let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. The men who are good and the men who are bad, as good and as bad as I would not sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's ban. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I see from my house by the side of the road, by the side of the highway of life, the men who press with the ardor of hope, the men who are faint with the strife. But I turn not away from their smiles and tears, both parts of an infinite plan. Let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I know man who dwells alone. Let me live in my house by the side of the road, where the race of men go by. They are good, they are bad, they are weak, they are strong, wise, foolish, so am I. Then why should I sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's stand? Let me live in my house by the side of the road and be a friend to man.
Oh, that one was. You're definitely going to hear that one again, no matter what the second one sounds like. That was cool. I don't know about you guys, but I liked it. I got the old head bobbing there. Yeah. Wow. Even David liked it. And he's a tough nut to crack sometimes. What the hell's going on? All right, let's just go ahead and do the second one. The House by the Side of the Road, number 2.
There are hermit souls that live withdrawn in the place of their self-content. There are souls like stars that dwell apart in a fellowless firmament. There are pioneer souls that blaze the paths where highways never ran. But let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. The men who are good and the men who are bad, as good and as bad as I would not sit in the scorner's seat, nor hurl the cynic's ban. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I see from my house by the side of the road, by the side of the highway of life, the men who press with the ardor of hope, the men who are faint with the strife. But I turn not away from their smiles and tears, both parts of an infinite plan. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I know there are brookland meadows ahead and mountains of wearisome height, that the road passes on through the long afternoon and stretches away to the night. And still I rejoice when the travelers rejoice and weep with the strangers that mourn, nor live in my house by the side of the road like a man who dwells alone. Let me live in my house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. They are good, they are bad, they are weak, they are strong, wise, foolish, so am I. Then why should I sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's ban? Let me live in my house by the side of the road and be a friend to man.
Honestly, I think you're right there, because that's a fucking awesome poem very insightful, get you in the feels, and both versions of that were just freaking great. You're going to hear both of them again. Yeah. Various and sundry times. That's what I love about this, unlimited content. Share it with the world, because it's that time in the program where I'm supposed to do this. Everything we do here, besides being pretty freaking cool most of the times, under the public use, fair use of public country. The old liking and subscribing, because we're back down to 444. Maybe after 4, maybe 4. Who knows? Maybe I'll reach the magic 500 by the end of the year. Who knows? Yes, Netmaster is going to be very late for that, but there's always replay. Replay is where you get the watch hours. Well, with me, I get them more with you guys watching me right now. So. It's just the business, just the game. I'm learning how to play. So we've got yep, it's a win. 443. 444. Yeah. Although I think my favorite record is being stuck at 411 6 times. Oh boy. Get you in the feels. Get you in the feels. Get you in the feels. Or I'll melt you in the feels. That one was freaking awesome. All right, we are at The Mayor of Scuttleton by Mary Mapes.
The mayor of Scuttleton burned his nose, trying to warm his copper toes. He lost his money and spoiled his will by signing his name with an icicle quill. He went bareheaded and held his breath and frightened his grandamos to death. He loaded a shovel and tried to shoot, and killed the calf in the leg of his boot. He melted a snowbird and formed the habit of dancing jigs with a sad Welsh rabbit. He lived on taffy and taxed the town, and read his newspaper upside down. Then he sighed and hung his hat on a feather and bade the townspeople come together. But the worst of it all was nobody knew what the mayor of Scuttleton next would do. Then he sighed and hung his hat on a feather and bade the townspeople come together. But the worst of it all was nobody knew what the mayor of Scuttleton next would do. Scuttleton next would do.
Yes, definitely beautiful storytelling. Kind of reminds me of the body politic here in the United States. Yeah, another nicely done. Miriam is a Teutonic warrior Valkyrie goddess. She's Norse, so yeah. Let's go ahead and see what our next one is here. I amuse myself way too much sometimes. Oh, wow, this one's short. 1 minute and 53 seconds. Oh, boy.
The mayor of Scuttleton burned his nose trying to warm his copper toes. He lost his money and spoiled his will by signing his name with an icicle quill. He went bareheaded and held his breath and frightened his granddame most to death. He loaded a shovel and tried to shoot and killed the calf in the leg of his boot. He melted a snowbird and formed the habit of dancing jigs with a sad Welsh rabbit. He lived on taffy and taxed the town and read his newspaper upside down. The mayor of Scuttleton next would do.
All right, that was cool how they did it, but it needs to that one needs to be extended. What do y'all think? Yeah, don't work too hard, man. Definitely see you later. All right, so what do y'all think of those? Both of them were interesting. One was definitely good. 2 needs to be extended. All right, so we are here at this guy here. His name is Wallace Irwin. I was going to do another one of his that seemed kind of funny. It was comparing, it appealed to the sailor in me, comparing different women from around the world, but it was kind of racist too. So again, this is from the 1800s. Not this one. I don't think so, but I was like, I'm not going to worry about this one. So I played this one. I made it out of this one, From Romany to Rome.
Upon the road to Romany, stay, friends, stay. There's lots of love and lots of time to linger on the way. Poppies for the twilight, roses for the noon. It's happy goes as lucky goes to Romany in June. But on the road to Rome, oh, it's march, man, march. The dust is on the chariot wheels, the sear is on the larch. Helmets and javelins and bridles flecked with foam. The flowers are dead, the world's ahead upon the road to Rome. But on the road to Rome, oh, it's fight, man, fight. Footman and horseman treading left and right. Campfires and watchfires
Why isn't it? Huh. I don't know. My freaking internet. All right. Let's see here. I was thinking the same thing. Here. Come on, damn it. Hugh Jackman? Yeah. All right. Okay, finally it left. So yeah, I don't know. I'm having issues again. Yay. See? Oh, don't tell me I'm going to have to restart my freaking browser again. Oh, well. Let's just go ahead and get on with the second version of this one. Oh, backwoods internet. Can't wait till they get fiber optics out here.
Upon the road to Romany, it's stay, friends, stay. There's lots of love and lots of time to linger on the way. Poppies for the twilight, roses for the noon. It's happy goes as lucky goes to Romany in June. But on the road to Rome, oh, it's March, man, march. The dust is on the chariot wheels, the cere is on the larch. Helmets and javelins and bridles flecked with foam. The flowers are dead, the world's ahead upon the road to Rome. But on the road to Rome, it's fight, man, fight. Footmen and horsemen treading left and right. Campfires and watchfires ruddying the glow. The fields are gray and worn away along the road to Rome. But on the road to Rome, it's fight, man, fight. Fight, man, fight. Footmen and horsemen treading left and right. Campfires and watchfires ruddying the glow. The fields are gray and worn away along the road to Rome. Along the road to Rome, alas, the glorious dust is whirled. Strong hearts are fierce to see the city of the world. Yet footfall or bugle call or thunder as ye will, upon the road to Romany, the birds are calling still.
Wait. Yeah, both of them were cool. I don't know what. One stood out, yes, but the second one was really good too, especially how they did the echo in certain parts of that. That was friggin' awesome. Some good stuff today for the most part. What do you think? That leads us to our last one. Oh, yes, and this is one of the ones they had the 4-minute, one of the 4-minute ones. Ooh, don't know whether to be scared or not, but you know how that goes. It's this one here called The Chaperone. And there's a link for it. Let's see here. Yes, the first version is the 4-minute long, 4-minute long one. So here we go.
I take my chaperone to the play. She thinks she's taking me, and the gilded youth who owns the box, a proud young man is he. But how would his young heart be hurt if he could only know that not for his sweet sake I go, nor yet to see the trifling show, but to see my chaperone float. Her eyes beneath her snowy hair, they sparkle young as mine. There's scarce a wrinkle in her hand, so delicate and fine. And when my chaperone is seen, they come from everywhere. The dear old boys with silver hair, with old-time grace and old-time air, to greet their old-time queen. They bow as my young mind is here, will never learn to bow. The dancing masters do not teach that gracious reverence now. With voices quivering just a bit, they play their old parts through. They talk of folk who used to woo, of hearts that broke in '52. Now none the worse for it. And as those aged crickets chirp, I watch my chaperone's face and see the dear old features take a new and tender grace. And in her happy eyes I see her youth awakening bright, with all its hope, desire, delight. Of me, I wish that I were quite as young as she.
Well, that was cool. If you go to the link, there's a little analysis about this one. This one's about dating in the Victorian era, and how it's kind of making fun of it. Pretty cool. Very dramatic. Would you say Broadway-esque? Now, let's compare it to the not 4-minute long one. This one's 3:06. Let's hear what we have in store for us. Ah. Oh, yeah!
I take my chaperone to the play. She thinks she's taking me, and the gilded youth who owns the box, a proud young man is he. But how would his young heart be hurt if he could only know that not for his sweet sake I go, nor yet to see the trifling show, but to see my chaperone flirt. Her eyes beneath her snowy hair, they sparkle young as mine. There's scarce a wrinkle in her hand, so delicate and fine. And when my chaperone is seen, they come from everywhere. The dear old boys with silver hair, with old-time grace and old-time air, to greet their old-time queen. They bow as my young Midas here will never learn to bow. The dancing masters do not teach that gracious reverence now. With voices quivering just a bit, they play their old parts through. They talk of folk who used to woo, of hearts that broke in '52, now none the worse for it. And as those aged crickets chirp, I watch my chaperone's face and see the dear old features take a new and tender grace. And in her happy eyes I see her youth awakening bright, with all its hope, desire, delight of me. I wish that I were quite as young as she.
Well, that one was pretty cool. Yeah, I like the second one better. Definitely. From that first, the opening part, I was like, yeah, this one's going to be cool. Well, we're not done yet. I hope you know. We're going to play here. Let's see, something like this.
He sleeps on the top of a mast with his eyes fast closed. The sails fall away below him like the sheets of his bed, leaving out in the air of the night the sleeper's head. Asleep he was transported there, asleep he curled in a gilded ball on the mast top, or climbed inside a gilded bird, or blindly seated himself astride. I am founded on marble pillars, said a cloud I never moved. See the pillars there in the sea, secure in introspection, he peers at the watery pillars of his reflection. A gull had wings under his and remarked that the air she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that great, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
That one is always cool. Yeah, I'm gonna play a couple more, and then we can get about our day. It's a Wednesday. I hope y'all, if y'all's got stuff going on today, have a good day at doing it. And I am going to go do stuff. I think. Who knows? It's Wednesday. Let's play this one.
Thou wast the land all to me, love, for which my soul did pine. A green ale in the sea, love, a fountain and a shrine, all wreathed with fairy fruits and flowers, and all the flowers were mine. A dream too bright to last, of starry hope that didst arise, but to be overcast. A voice from out the future cries on, but o'er the past.
Dim gulf.
My spirit hovering lies, mute, motionless, aghast.
For alas, alas, with me, the light of life is o'er. No more
upon the shore shall bloom the thunder-blasted tree, or the stricken eagle's soar. And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy grey-eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams in what ethereal dances, by what eternal stream. Behold the thunder-blasted tree, or the stricken eagle's soar. And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy grey-eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams in what ethereal dances, by what eternal
are in their autumn beauty. The woodland paths are dry. Under the October twilight, the water mirrors a still sky. Upon the brimming water among the stones are 59 swans.
The 19th autumn has come upon me. Since I first made my count, I saw before I had well finished all suddenly mount and scatter, wheeling in great broken rings upon their clamorous wings. I have looked upon those brilliant creatures, and now my heart is sore. All's changed since I, hearing at twilight the first time on this shore, the bell beat of their wings above my head, trod with a lighter tread.
Unworried still, lover by lover, they paddle in the cold. Companion of bold streams or climb the air, their hearts have not grown old. Passion or conquest, wonder where they will attend upon them still. But now they drift on the still water, mysterious, beautiful. Among what rushes will they build? By what lake's edge or pool?
That one's just lovely. Poor guy. Yeah, my cousin, when we were teenagers young, he hated spring because, oh, just the whiff of pollen in the air would get him. He was like, man, I hate it when the trees are fornicating. Of course, he used the other word. So, yeah. Sending good vibes. All right, we're going to do one more. But before we do that, just remind everybody that besides being pretty cool for the most part, everything here on this channel and in the show, especially the show, is under fair use and in the public domain. And if you want to, no, I gotta do it like this. You know, have an awesome day, my friends. I really, really appreciate y'all spending a little bit of y'all's time with me because, you know, some journeys should not be taken alone. So if y'all like what I do here, spread the word, tell your friends. Maybe we'll get more people to join us because, you know, sharing cool shit with the world is caring. The old pothead motto, sharing is caring. Can apply to more than just smoking weed. Oh, let's see here. What was I going to play? I'm going to play. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Here. Ah.
If he could know my songs are all for him, at silver dawn or in the evening glow, would he not smile and think it but a whim? If he could know, or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till arrows torches dim. The God is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know. Or would his heart rejoice and overflow as happy brooks that break their icy rim when April's horns along the hillsides blow? I may not speak till arrows torches dim. The God is bitter and will have it so. And yet tonight our fate would seem less grim if he could know.
All right, my friends. Safe journey today if you're taking one. Make sure to let somebody know when you get there, if you are. Other than that, I got nothing because, like I say, it's too early and I've already been up too long. No, seriously. Thanks, my friends, for spending a little bit of your precious time with little old me, listening to some cool tunes and some great poetry. That rhymed. I'll see y'all later out in the chats. Bye. And tomorrow, same channel, same time, 6 poems, 6 poets, 12 tracks, and then some.